Hey man, just giving you a quick call. I just wanted to let you know that you are so close, dude. You're so much closer than you think. A lot of these big goals that we've had and these big aspirations, they're right around the corner for you, dude. So you just cannot give up. So stoked for you to see this. P.S. We bought a Lambo. So keep going, bro. We'll talk soon. Peace.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Bryson. This is the Bryson Everyday Project Podcast. This podcast is a little bit different than other ones out there. Here, I only focus on documentation. I don't focus on quality or being professional or being entertaining. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I'd love for you to stick around and give the show a listen. You can also follow me on Instagram at BRQUSE. Thank you so much. Here's the show. Last night? Let me see real quick before I fuck this up. Last night before I went to bed, I sent a message to Britzy. And I said, hey, this is a loaded question, and the worst anyone can say is no. But what if I built out an entire back-end infrastructure for everything in PT Dump and put it into Notion? I am currently doing that for 3 businesses in the $1 Million Mastermind and just hatched the thought. Notion is powerful, and all these projects and spreadsheets I'm making for you guys can be put into one central mega powerful hub for all PT Dom people. Brian mentioned he hates Notion, but what if it were already laid out and finished? All the charts and graphs and visuals, all the tracking and metrics, all social media tracking, all employee hours, shift log, all things sales, ops, media, videos, closers, etc. Massive question, but I think this could really boost PT Dom, not to mention it integrates with Slack beautifully. And to my surprise, I would be all for trying it out 1,000,000%. We need all of this anyway, and I'd rather have it all on a structured platform versus 10,849 spreadsheets. We can meet and you can show me everything that's possible with Notion, ? And first, that's fucking cool. But second, more shit to do, dude. Oh, man. I think I'm getting ahead of myself, bro. I don't even know what's possible with Notion, you know? So what I would want to do is set up a whole bunch of examples of what is possible. And if I'm going to land this, I got to make sure that it is, dude, I shouldn't have. Oh, dude, last night I said I'm done. I'm capped out. I can't take any more people. But if this goes well, if this goes through, then it's they're probably going to expect me to work a lot, but I can't, bro. Oh shit. But I would have to figure out what exactly they would need. I would make a draft or whatever of that and then show it to him. And, knowing what I know now, it's, he wants the graphs and the charts and the shit and the visuals. So if I could make that, then voila. I don't really want to talk more about that right now. I just wanted to share it as I am just kind of reading what the fuck is going on. So I'm currently working for Dawson right now. I'm making a database on Notion for him. And yeah, so that's where, I'm going to pause there. I'll be back later. Peace. Yo, what's going on? So just barely happened, but I sent a message in the group, in the group chat that I'm in with all the mastermind people. Maybe I pushed my luck on this one, but I don't know. I felt the same way internally when I sent this one as I did that first message when I said, hey, does anybody need any help? So I sent it and I was like, fuck it, whatever. Because again, worst case scenario, I get kicked out. I owe them $2,000. That blows, but it's fine. So I sent a message and all I said was, hey, how many clients do you have? And how big is your team? And there's a car accident right in front of me. Excellent. Dude, god damn it. Dude, it amazes me how some of these accidents even happen, bro. What do you even mean? So anyway, I said, how many clients does everybody have and how big is your team? That's it. And I get a text from Brian with question marks, then a screenshot of my message, and then he says, what did he say? He said, why did you ask this question? He says, why are you asking this question? And I said, This is word for word. I said market research, I guess you could call it. LOL. Truthfully, dude, I had no idea the fucking caliber of coaches in here. I'm on a few more coaches' teams now, doing operations, Dawson, Mina, Trey, projects for Riley, maybe Connie, maybe Emily, just seeing what stuff looks like per business. The more I build for everyone, the more efficient I become. I would love to do something for your entire business, dude. I don't know if Britzy brought that by you yet. And then I said, would you prefer I don't participate in the group unless directly related to the spreadsheets? And I'm gonna make this turn here, tiny ass little fucking road. And I'm gonna pause. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, sorry, I totally forgot that I didn't finish this podcast. So here we are. It's like 2 hours later, something like that. It doesn't matter. Anyway, let's continue. So would you prefer that I don't say anything at all in the group relating? What did I say? Would you prefer I don't participate in the group unless directly related to the spreadsheets? He says, yeah, don't be promoting questions. And if you're going to prompt questions, ask for permission first. It's my container. He says, still waiting on some of the spreadsheets that we requested from you for Britzy, so don't take on anything else until our stuff's done if you want to be working inside with my students. I said, got it. Thanks for letting me know, man. As for the projects, they've been put on hold from Britzy unless there's something else I'm missing. And then I sent a screenshot so that he fucking knows what's going on. Dude, that's so annoying, bro. Like, straight up. That's so annoying. I don't know. So, truthfully speaking, part of me feels kind of scummy to want to even leave because I got these opportunities because I'm in this group. You know what I mean? Part of me also believes that if I would have taken the Mina route and Mina would have reached out and said something, that I would have gotten people reaching out to me and maybe I would have gone that way. But it does feel scummy to want to leave this group after it has provided a great opportunity for me. So kind of a shitty situation, to be honest, but it's just, dude, it's so annoying, bro. You know, the way things are going right now, I mean, like I said, I've clocked, I think, an hour or 2.5 hours or something like that for this whole month with them. Hopefully more, you know, as I have talked about this morning or earlier in this specific show and last night. Did I talk about that last night? I don't know. Pretty sure I did. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm waiting on it, but I did want to touch on this. So I'm going to stop talking about all that. Shit just puts me in a bad mood, to be honest. But so I was thinking, and I feel like what I need to be doing now is everything that I build for Mina, Trey, Dawson, Riley. I don't think I need to say their names. Everything that I build for the people that I am working for, or I guess who are my clients, I guess if you want to really boil it down, I need to save a version of that in my own database or my own pages or whatever, and then formulate it, or I guess format all of it so that it is ready to plug and play for a business. And as I continue building more and more, I will just make generic versions of each thing. So, you know, if we have a coaching platform that focuses on, I don't know, like boxing, for example, I'm not going to just make a specific boxing thing only. I might have a variation of it, and I'll have that template ready to go. But I'm not going to make, I'm not going to make every single possible tiny little detail for every single thing that possibly could happen. I don't know if that, I don't think that's the best way to go. I think the best way to go in this example is to make very generalized things, and then I guess when it would come time to sell it, really hammer home the point that it will be personalized, and then the first however long will be, you know, we'll focus on building out systems and stuff like that, to be personal to whoever the person is that signs up, something like that. So that doesn't necessarily matter. What I'm really trying to get at is whatever I build, I'm going to save a basic version of whatever I build, keep the examples, keep the fake data in there, and then either make videos of how it works and stuff like that, and take screenshots, everything that I need to do to really showcase that, to really, I guess, to show what it does, how it works, how the person can use it, how they can, train their team, whatever. And that way, as I keep on doing this for however long, I'll just build out these systems, just one after the other, because, it's cool because, I'm working for Mina and, we're doing stuff probably at a slower pace right now, especially because he's on vacation. And then we have Dawson, who's already been established on Notion, and he's got a lot of data in there. So some of the things that we can do, I haven't even thought of, and putting it into Notion, So pretty excited to keep on going, to keep on building stuff and make my own systems, because it's almost like I'm. It's not almost like it is. I'm coming up with a whole workflow for business owners to give to their team for, optimized, efficient, smooth sailing, everything on the back end. So that is pretty cool. I think, I don't know. It's, I don't know, man. It's a lot. It's definitely overwhelming to a certain extent. But like, if we just break this down, dude, those Zoom calls were sales calls. And the reason why there was just such little hesitation is because they're paying me hourly, as opposed, like, I think they hired somebody, which is, maybe that's where the value's at. I don't know. I wonder how it would be if it was like a full-blown project, or if it was a full-blown plug and play, like, hey, we got this set up. I'm going to help you set up over the next week, and we'll get you going, and you'll have access to me for the next 6 months. I don't know, something like that. And I was talking with Lexi about this today, and I was like, all of these businesses that I'm, kind of talking with, they're all doing at least like 600,000 a year. Like, everyone's clearing 50 grand a month for sure. And I was go as far as to say that most people are clearing $1 million. So if you say, I think we did the math a couple episodes ago, or was it yesterday? I have no idea. Was it yesterday? Was this on the phone? I don't know. But I'm just going to make a template or a little thing real quick. Just so I can see some numbers really easily. I'm not trying to do math, to be honest with you. So that would be, hold on one sec. I'm just mapping this out. So that would be 10%. So that equals that times that. And then we'll do, we'll go 1%. Okay, there we go. So these businesses are clearing $1 million a year. And so going off of what people have said, I am going to, so here we go. So like I said, I asked, how big is everyone's team? How many clients do you have? I'm not going to say names, and I'm going to fudge the numbers by 1 or 2 just to cover myself. So in case anything happens. So somebody said 181 clients, 2 VAs, 2 closer. Well, I'll just say this. So 181 clients, about 11 teammates. About 140 clients, about 7 teammates. About 100 clients, about 6 teammates. About 150 clients, about 5 teammates. This is fucking crazy. About 400 to 500 clients, 6 to 8, 9, I don't know, teammates. Another person, about 200 clients, about 5 teammates. 200 clients, dude. 450, that's insane. 5, that's just unbelievable. So these people are making some coin, all right? So the reason why I say that is because if these businesses are making, if they're clearing $1 million consistently, this is just their norm. For me to charge $5,000 for this would be not even a percentage of their income for the year. It wouldn't even be, it's not even a percent. It's 0.5%. If they're making $1 million a year, which if you say that they make 100 grand every month and be 1.2 million, so it would be less than 0.5% for 5 grand. But anyway, 10% of $1 million is 100,000. So 10%, that's a hefty investment for sure. I mean, 100,000, it's not worth 100,000. But 10,000, it's like, no shit, you know? I feel like that could damn well be a thing, dude. But for the sake of the example, we'll say 5 grand. So where was I going with all this, bro? Okay, that's right. Where I was going with this originally was that I've been saying 5 grand, you know, and first of all, I know that I don't have anything mapped out. I don't have a full system built. I don't know what the market wants, kind of, I guess. So to say these numbers, I really don't know. But when I've been saying 5 grand, I'm like, I don't know. But then I was talking with Lexi. See, now I'm back on track. I was talking with Lexi, and the more I was talking about it, I was like, yeah, these businesses are doing this. You know, 5 grand of 1.2 million. It's like I don't know what I said. It was incorrect. But now I'm doing the math now, and 1% of the annual revenue of a business would be for this system that would just smooth everything out for them. And so when I frame it in that way, it's like, oh, dude, 10 grand is cheap as fuck. And I think it's just still such a big number to say out loud and not shit my pants. But I think what would happen is if I just made one sale, I would either have to spend the first 2 weeks setting the shit up for them and getting things personalized and showing, training their team, all that stuff. Or I would hire myself a team to do that for me. And then I would just sell. And now I say that as if it's some fucking walk in the park, fully aware that it's not. But, you know, if I'm only able to do 1 sale a month, that's not very scalable. But if I'm able to do 2 sales a day, then okay, we got something going on, you know? Because dude, if I do charge 10 grand and I do 2 sales a day, that's 60 grand. Wait, whoa, that's way off. Wait, what, that 600 grand a month? Is that what it is? Because that's 20 grand a day times 30. Yeah. Damn, dude, that's insane, huh? 600 grand a month. So I would be clearing 7.2 million a year. Now, obviously, that's some long-term. I hate the term wishful thinking, but that's some hardcore aspirations right there. So, I don't know, man. It just kind of gets me. I actually was looking into it today because I was like, dude, wait, hold on. This is Notion. This is a software company. Are they cool with me making this kind of money off of their shit? And I looked it up. They 100%. It's in their commercial user agreement or whatever it is. I mean, people already sell templates. People already sell everything to do with Notion. And so everything that I would be doing would be absolutely legal and not violating any policies or anything like that. So it's pretty cool. So, yeah, dude, I don't know. I'm thinking a lot about this, and I think I could absolutely make this happen. I think this is definitely a big work in progress because, for one, I don't have anything that I could bundle up for 10 fucking grand, bro. And another thing, I just don't have any of that. I don't even have any of my own systems mapped out. I don't know what the fuck I would do, you know? Like, where do I find the clients? Where would I, book the calls? I would really have to get good at sales if I'm saying numbers that have 4 zeros in them. I need to get my shit kind of dialed in, you know? So maybe you guys are going to hear some role plays in the future with some fitness coaches with however many clients, you know. We'll go from there. That's so funny, dude, how things just change ever so slightly. But yeah. I'm going to wrap this up, this specific topic, by saying I'm going to keep on doing exactly what I'm doing, but I'm going to work on saving things to my own personal area. So if I open up Notion, I need to just make my own private workspace because I mean I've got one, but I don't pay for it. It's the free one, and I don't think I can really do much because it is the free one. So I think I'll probably just have to buy my own. It's all good. It's not a big deal. It's $12 a month. So if I go to settings, if I go to upgrade plan, yeah, it's $12 a person. It's so interesting to me that we have things like this. That's $10 a month. Such a massive ass platform. Like I'm about to make a living from this software that somebody designed. Like I'm designing shit in the software they designed on how to allow me to design the things I want to make, you know? Like just software is so fucking sick, dude. That's why I want to learn how to code. But maybe I would rather have the software and the shit that I want and not learn how to code, but be responsible for leading that project and making sure that the project works exactly as intended by hiring people to do it for me. I don't know. Anyway, it's $12 a month. I don't know. We're fine. We'll definitely get that going. But I'm going to start saving shit, like I've said for the 85th time, to my Moan thing, and I'll make a whole... I don't know. It's kind of fun, dude, because I like doing this. Dude, this is sick. This is so sick. This is shit that I would get distracted with when I was trying to do my fitness stuff. And I would realize, okay, what am I doing? I don't need to be worrying about this kind of tracker. I'm never going to use it. Not like I'm never going to use it, but like I don't even have clients yet. Like, how am I going to use this? When is this going to come in handy, you know? But like this is actually me getting, quote, distracted, but also this thing is I'm going to build something insane, you know? And it's pretty cool to think about it that way. You know, like there's a lot of limitations in Notion for sure. But there's also a lot of very cool shit you can do. And I think I need to take some master classes or something like that on Notion. Watch some more YouTube videos because there's a lot of shit that I just don't know about. And I want to make sure that when I build something out, dude, I want to make sure that if I'm saying, hey, buy this for what somebody makes in 3 months of working 40 hours a week, I want you to give me that kind of money for this one thing. I want to make sure that it is as good as it can be. I've already seen screenshots of people's Notion dashboards and stuff, and I'm like, how the fuck did you do that? You know? So I've got a lot to learn for sure. Wait, let's see. Is there a Notion book? Notion book. Notion agency kit? Oh, what the fuck is this? Agency kit. Notion Life Planner. $22. What is this? Did I just get outbid by what built with dozens of automations? Best for consultants, marketing agencies, small businesses. The fuck is this? What the fuck is this, dude? Turn on that. Oh, it makes sense why this is 20 bucks. Okay. No disrespect, but manage. Get your social media presence? Grow your social media presence? How, bro? Swipe files? Goals? Dude, some of this shit, man. This type of shit does throw me off, though, because this is $25. I'm talking 10 grand. What's going on here? Notion 2025 Guide for Beginners. Learn powerful productivity tips. It's a book. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's got 1 rating, and it's 1 star. And there's no written review. It's just what it is. For beginners. Dude, I'm not a beginner anymore, though. What's the table of contents even say? Can't even see it. Love it. Well, not buying it. What's the next one? Notion book. Wait, so Notion guide. It's kind of funny. There's that software for calendars called Motion. I tried out for a little bit. I think maybe now that would be good for me to use because now I have shit going on. Okay, here's a book. $4. It's a Nook. Let's see. It's pulling up. Notion for beginners. Can I just see the table of contents, please? Cover, title page, copyright. Okay. Getting to know Notion. Please move. Okay. Getting to know Notion, working with databases, designing your workspace, embeds and integrations, templates, shortcuts, Notion resources. What is Notion blogs pages? I don't know. Okay, we're done here. Anyway. So yeah, I'm going to summarize it by saying something I've already said. Every time I build something, I'm just going to put it into my own page, my own workspace, polish it off, get everything working the way it needs to work. And then, yeah, that's it. And then hopefully build a big, massive system, include everything that a business might need, plug and play, set them up. That would be so great if it was like, you buy this, you get set up, I'm going to train your team how to do this, you're good to go by tonight, like make that part of the offer. If you book a call before, 10 a.m., your entire team is going to be using it by tonight. That's the value equation right there. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to segue off of that whole thing. I feel like I said the same thing 25 times, but that's that. Next thing is, because I'm now working for 2 more businesses, I am going to be getting an extra $900 twice a month from Dawson. So it's paid out on the 1st and the 15th. I think technically it would be the 1st and the 16th. I don't know how it works. I don't know. And then for Trey, it's once a week on Fridays. And if that's going to be 2 hours a week, then that's $420. But it's right now it's 2 hours a day for a week. It's going to be $420. But if it's 4 hours a day for a week, then it would be $840. So it's kind of cool. I've actually mapped it out on my financial spreadsheet to just kind of count the amount of paydays that I have. So paid days, I have 12 this month, but times that I'm paid would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So only one more. I had one double day. And I think that's kind of cool, dude. I mean, July, I get paid 14 times, 14 different days. It's like on average, I get paid every other day, which is kind of cool. And it's not like I'm getting, like a full-blown paycheck every other day, but it's a little bit. It's kind of cool. So all that being said, I've factored in everything to do with Dawson, Trey, Mina. I actually lowered PT Dom to make it so that I have to average at 30 minutes a day. So that, I don't know what that would be. Would that be 15 hours a month? And I don't even know if I'll hit that, but I just put it down there to just, I also didn't even put Trey in at 4 hours a day. I put him at 2. So just to, I feel like it's better to just under plan, under budget. So like when you do get more than you thought, it's just like, oh, cool. Well, I was planning for less. This only helps, So anyway, all this being said, it's all factored in here. And now I can see how much I'll be able to save and use to pay off debt and all this stuff. And by October 1st, according to this, I should have about $23,000 freed up to use whatever. That's not paying anything off. So operation, pay off debt would be completed if I did this. So I would have 0 debt by the end of this. 0. And that's very cool. Other part of me actually wants to buy a car. I want to buy a new car. I'm 28 years. Not yet, bro. I have 3 more weeks until then, but I'm 27 years old. I've owned 2 cars. Hey, real quick, the age that you turn is the age that you just completed, not the one you're starting. Just a public service announcement for some silly folks out there. Like if you turn 1, you're not starting your first chapter. You're starting your second one. So People say, oh, I just turned 25, just turned 37, just turned 40, whatever. Starting my 47th chapter. No, you're not. You just finished the 47th one. Because when you were born, you're starting your first one. You're 0. So anyway, moving on. So I was looking at, I'm 27. I've had 2 cars my whole life. Both have been Mazda. I've never owned a non-Mazda car. I've just had a 20, whatever, I don't even remember, Mazda 6. And then I've got I don't know what people can figure out online with knowing my car shit. So I'm going to leave that there. But I have another Mazda 6 as well. And it's been great. I've had 0 problems. And part of me is like, okay, I haven't had any problems in the last, 6 years. Why? I think it's been 7. No, it's been 6. Maybe 5.5. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. But here's the thing. And now I know I'm going to make a lot of people just, call me gay or whatever, but it is what it is. I don't give a shit. I think Teslas are badass, dude. I think they're so fucking sick. More specifically, a Model S. Everything else is eh. But I'm going to be dead ass honest when I say this. There is not one car on planet Earth that I would rather buy, that I can afford. We'll say that. On planet Earth that I would rather buy that I can afford other than a Tesla. I just think they're cool. I don't want a Mustang. I don't want a Camaro. I don't want a, I don't know what the fuck else is there, dude. Mustang, Camaro. What's the other thing, bro? What's the other thing? A Charger. That's what I was thinking. Dude, I don't know. To me, that just sounds like a lot of insurance. People think I'm trying to race. People think I know about cars. Dude, I don't give a fuck about cars. I just want it to look cool to me, I think my Mazda 6, I think it looks cool. Like I have videos of on my phone wanting a Mazda so bad. If I can find them real quick, then I'll play them. Let's see. I know one was like 2018 Mazda 6. Oh, I said that. Hold on. Mazda 6. Okay. Any videos in here? I got so many random photos of this, just seeing a car, dude. What's this one? Nope, that's not it. We are close. I know that. What's this? Yeah, here we go. Here's one of them. Please fucking. Oh my gosh. So pretty. Are you kidding? Oh, I might get one. And I bought one. So there's before I bought one, and then I ended up buying one. So let's keep on going. We've got, I know what it's like, a 2018 Mazda 6. That's what I said. Please show yourself. I guess not then. Well, let's go all the way. Okay, I'm done. I'm so annoyed with this shit, bro. Anyway, yeah, if I find him, I'll play him, but I'm annoyed. So I've got lots of photos on my phone of Mazda 6s. I have lots of videos of me explaining how bad I want one. And little funny story, not really at all, actually, just a story, is I got a call. I was at the gym. It was 5 o'clock. I don't know. I got a call that said this Mazda 6 that I was interested in was available. You can come down and look at it. And I didn't. So fast forward, I get down there. I got there. It was an hour drive as they closed. And I was like, hey, I'm not going to be there until you guys close. Is that cool? They said, yeah. I get there and the car was already ready for me. And like the whole team was outside. They were ready to go home. And I was like, cool, let's go do the paperwork. And they're like, don't you want to drive it? Do you want to test drive it? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I just didn't even give a fuck, dude. I just wanted to get the car and go. It's just transaction, let's go, And anyway, I wanted one so bad. Now, I don't want a Tesla that bad as I wanted this car. But if I were to buy a car, it wouldn't be anything other than a Tesla. Nothing else. Like, I just don't give a shit about cars, bro. Like Lambos, McLarens, Ferraris. Give me those cars. anything else, I just couldn't give a fuck, bro. I'd buy a Cybertruck, but that's a little out of my price range. And I say a little, that's it's fucking up there. It's like a used McLaren, dude. God damn it. But yeah, I just think they're cool, bro. Specifically ones that don't have the bitch rims and ones that are newer. And yeah, I don't know. I just was looking into that. So I was like, okay, well, what would that do to my bottom line? How much would I have to save for a down payment? Like, what would I have to do? And truth is, I would just pay off my car now and then use that as a trade-in. It'd be about 10 grand trade-in. So whatever the car's price is, minus 10 grand, it's pretty cool. And I know my insurance would go up because it's a Tesla, and I was looking into that. Apparently, I don't know. Apparently, it just makes your insurance go up a little bit. So not really worried all that much. And it's not like this thing's only going to raise the monthly bill by like $30. I think it's like I think it's with insurance, with the car payment, minus gas, stuff like that. I think total it's like $250 extra a month. But so I don't know. So this is how I look at it. So I got 25 grand that's going to be going toward paying off debt. There's about 8 grand of my car there. So if we do that, so we'll just round down. We'll just say it's 20 grand. Let's just say something else comes up. I don't know. At 20 grand, 8 grand of this is going to go to the car, and that's going to act as a trade-in for the new car. And then we'd have 12 grand left to pay off other shit. That would afford the loan, the other loan that's $200 a month to be paid off, as well as that other credit card. And that's only a total of $5,800 right there. So let's round it up to 6. Still have $6,000 left to pay off other shit. I know I have other credit cards that can be paid down, so I'd probably free up another 100 total. So all of this being said, paying off the debt, getting a new car, I would still be making, I still be reducing the amount of monthly expenses that I have. Not to mention that if by the time I no longer am on I don't know, where my mind is at right now is like, as long as I can afford my own shit and have money to just play with, dude, I'm not even going to pretend like I can't spend any money, bro. I'm trying to go to restaurants and shit. I'm trying to go on trips. Like, I'm trying to do that. You know what I mean? And so I'm going to spend my money on that. I want to do that. Maybe I'll regret that in the future. I don't know. But as long as I have enough to support myself, my family, my kids when the time comes, all that, I'm cool, As long as I can do that and not really have to worry about it, and especially do shit that I actually like to do, then even better. So, all that to say, even if I bought a car, and even if it was stupid expensive, which it won't, because I'm not going to do that. I've never had a car payment above $250 before. And people are like, "Oh, my car payment's $730." I'm like, "Bro, what? My car payment's $600. My car payment's $940." I worked with a guy in Arizona, and he bought a nice ass, I don't even know what it was, Charger, Camaro. What's the difference? Don't know. He bought one of those, and he said that his payment was like $1140. And I'm like, "What? You're a FedEx driver, bro. We have the same job. What are you doing?" That's crazy to me. My first car payment was, I think, $88, dude. I'm not a car guy, dude. I don't give a shit. I couldn't find a shit to give, unless we're talking Lambos. Even then, don't know anything about them. Saw the Lamborghini movie. That was cool. Started off as a tractor. I just don't give a fuck, bro. It's not that I don't even give a fuck. It's like, it's just not interesting to me whatsoever. I don't know. But when a train goes by on the tracks, oh, bro, show me a locomotive. That's so sick to me. Anyway, all this being said, even if I got a car, and even if it was expensive, I would still be better off then than I am now. That's very cool. Now, obviously, that's, assuming that all of this stays the same. I have no reason to believe it wouldn't, because even if shit went south with PT Dom, It's not like he can be like, hey, you can't work with my students anymore. It's like, well, they hired me for their team, bro. And honestly, even knowing now what I know, even knowing what I know now about Notion and all this stuff and how beneficial it could be to these coaches, even if I lost everything and I got fired from every coach or whatever, that would suck ass. I could always go back to FedEx and be fine there. And then when I'm off, I would just sit here and build this system that I want to build and sell. And then ta-da, Dude, it got me thinking a little bit. Like, it doesn't even have to be for fitness coaches. Now, that would be the bread and butter. But, like, I could do shit for FedEx drivers, bro, for contractors. Could build that shit out. It's a little bit different because I know they don't use that stuff. It wouldn't be for a full team. It would be for the contractor. But I'm going to reach out and see if I can do something, if I can sync some data. I don't know, because I'm still in cahoots with some FedEx contractors. So I wonder if I could do something like that as well. I don't think it'd be no goddamn 10 grand, but it could just be like a little side thing. It is now midnight. God damn, bro. It doesn't feel like midnight, though. It feels like 9 p.m. to me. What else was I going to say? Well, I think that's it. So, yeah, I was looking at getting a new car. It'd be a Tesla. It would be a Model S, probably it wouldn't be brand new, that's for sure. That's a hefty price tag I'm not trying to pay. I'm trying to stay around 20 grand because with my car traded in 8, 9, 10 grand, and the price of the car would be 10 grand for me. And then you divide that by whatever I'm sure the payment would be like 350 to 400. And maybe I'm wrong as fuck. Don't care. Gonna figure that out. It's not a high priority, but I was looking. The ones that I did find, I don't even think they're local. Found a few of them. Let's see really quick, and then I'm done talking about it. So this one, without a trade-in, would be $515 a month. So 2019, 62,000 miles. Where's the location? Contact seller. Doesn't even say where this one's from. Oh, there we go. Linden, Utah. That's a fucking drive. Okay, so there's that one. The next one is in... Cool, no idea. Oh, that one's in Salt Lake. Oh, that one is local. Hot damn. I think this one does not have a clean title, so it's kind of... I'm not even considering that one. Don't crash your car, bro. Next one, which is the one that I think I want the most. This one's Linden. This is home delivery available. See, dude, people might laugh at that, but that's kind of my speed, bro. Just give me the car. Just give it to me. You know what I mean? Deliver my own. Give it to me, bro. That's cool. This one's got the color that I want. It's got the rims that I want. Everything. This is what I want. You know what I mean? And it's just unfortunate because it is the most expensive. It's 27 grand. That's a bummer, dude. Not trying to spend that, but I don't know. I'm not even trying to justify this, but a car is an investment. I know it's a shitty one because you drive it off the lot, right? Depreciate. But it's safety. It's where I spend a lot of my time in a day. It's where it's like your therapy room. You just jam the music, roll down the window. It's just. Contrary to what people say, dude, you spend a lot of time there, And whether or not you actually do spend a lot of time, the time that you spend in the car is just, usually you're stuck in traffic, usually you're going slow as I don't know, whatever. And it's just, I'm trying to have a good time. Not to mention it has a goddamn vertical monitor as the dashboard, so that's cool. But yeah, dude, it's just cool. I've never owned anything other than a Mazda, so to go to a completely different brand and also be electric, that might be a cool little switch up. I don't know. Dude, I'm looking at the gear shifter. It's where the windshield wiper shits are. Reverse neutral drive park. I drove a Mercedes van for FedEx that was like that, and that shit was weird, dude. This is going to sound dumb. I'm dead serious when I say this. A large chunk of the motive for me to get a new car is I'm so sick of my Bluetooth horse shit in my car one, being delayed, and two, the screen not working, and three, the screen just randomly pushes shit, and I'll be listening to music, then it'll skip, or I'll be on the phone, and it'll hang up. Like, fuck all that, bro. Like, do I want to spend $300 to get a screen fixed, and also I need a windshield? Like, no. No, you eat wiener, bro. I just think they look cool. Truthfully speaking, I think a Model S and the newer Mazda 6s, I think they look identical. Not identical. I think they look similar, and I think that's why I like it. I just like that look. I think it looks good. Like, if you look up, let's see, 2025 Tesla Model S Plaid. If you look up that, okay, some of these rims look so bad, bro. So if you look up, yeah, and then you look up 2025, I don't think there is Mazda 6s anymore. I think they're done with that. 2025 Mazda 6, they look very similar. And maybe that's why I like it, especially if you type in gray or that gunshot gray metallic. I don't know. I've talked about this shit for too long, dude. So thanks for listening. All that to say, communication with Brian is weird. I don't know, dude. Waiting to hear back on the big project. That'd be cool. Got three different businesses that I'm working for aside from PT Dom. Going to be getting out of debt. Might get a new car. That's cool. I don't know. There's some other things that are transpiring in my life, and it makes me want to just save up and just give it all to the cause, you know? So who knows? But, yeah, I think that's it. Just going to keep on working, going to keep on building these systems and processes and make the coolest shit I can and make some money. If I sell something for 10 grand, all I got to do is sell 12 of those a year. I got to sell 10 a year, bro. And I'm a 100K club, and that would be cool. Not to mention, if I'm doing at least 2 a month, that's 20 grand a month, right? Ooh, I guess I'm throwing a tennis ball at my laptop. That's enough to hire a team to do shit that I want to do, and that's cool. So that's a whole different chapter, but we will get there when we get there. And even getting to this point in my journey here makes me so thankful that I've documented everything up to this point. Started off wanting to save money for a pre-workout. Then it got in my head that how I need money. I need to do coaching. That's one thing that I know how to do. Did coaching, and I said, fuck this, bro. I'm doing, like, I like spreadsheets. I like data. I like making shit work and check boxes and percentages and showing, you know, all the different trends and, you know, all that stuff. I love it. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to learn how to code so I can make my own shit. Then on the way of doing that, it was like, hey, I need you to build this for me. Use Notion. It's like, okay, I use Notion. Now I'm fucking obsessed. All because I wanted to make my own pre-workout. It's funny how things work out, huh? Okay, that's it. That's all. Love you guys. Thanks for listening. Talk to you later. Peace.